Payoff Pitch Baseball presents the 1994 season restart. Today's date, August 18th, 1994, from Comiskey Park. It's the Boston Red Sox versus the Chicago White Sox. Hello, everybody. This is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you here to Comiskey Park in Chicago, Illinois, for today's game between the Boston Red Sox and the Chicago White Sox. I always figured I would have to get the Red Sox in there sooner or later, and as much as I want to do a Yankees-Red Sox game, probably down the line, the only time the Yankees and Red Sox will meet in the schedule remaining, in 1994, is at the end of the season. Hey, Steeler fan, welcome to Comiskey Park. So here we are at Comiskey Park, though, and this ballpark has only been open for about 3 years, but it's already gorgeous. It was one of the last of the retro modern ballparks that were built after all the cookie cutter stadiums. Comiskey Park became one of the last of the retro modern. Retro classic before we started going to retro modern. So everything is funny here at this stadium, but it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, and the White Sox are definitely in this raising. So today's date, right now, standings at the moment, the White Sox have a record of 3 wins and 3 losses since we started the restart so far, simulated, and of course. The Red Sox, however, are 2-3 since then. Boston has a record of 56-64. The White Sox are 70-49. White Sox are 1/2 game ahead of Cleveland in the American League Central, and Kansas City is 3 games behind the White Sox. So right now, the American League Central race is White Sox, Indians, and Kansas City. Pretty much that's the way it's going to be. Neither Minnesota or Milwaukee are really probably going to catch them. Meanwhile, Boston is 16 games behind the Yankees, and all they can do is try to play spoilers for everybody else. But today's game at Comiskey Park is always great when both Sox teams, the BoSox and the ChiSox, get together for a good baseball game. And this is still important more for the White Sox because they're still staying ahead of Cleveland and Kansas City. So the fans are coming here to Comiskey Park, and let's take a look at the starting lineup. For the 1994 Boston Red Sox, we have Otis Nixon batting first. Billy Hatcher will bat second. Mike Greenwell bats third. Mo Vaughn will bat fourth. Andre Dawson, the designated hitter, will bat fifth. Tim Nehring will bat sixth. Scott Cooper bats seventh. John Valentine will bat 8th, and Dave Valley will bat 9th. Defensively for the White Sox, we have the big hurt, Frank Thomas, at first base. Cora is at second. Ventura is at third. The shortstop is Ozzie Guillen. Left field, we have the Rock, Tim Raines. Center field, we have Lance Johnson. In right field, you got Darren Jackson. Behind the plate is Ron Karkovis. And on the mound for the Chicago White Sox will be Jason Bere. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, Bere or Bear, I'm not exactly sure. But he had a hell of a season, although he only pitched. He had a hell of a season. He was on his way maybe having a possible Cy Young award, but his ERA might have been a little high. Jason Bere, 12 wins, 2 losses, a 3.81 ERA. He averaged about 8 strikeouts per game and 5 walks per game, but he usually gave up the home run. So the White Sox know they got to go ahead and take care of Boston as they stay ahead of the rest of the American League Central as we get further and further into my restart. So everybody sit down, grab yourself a beer or soda, peanuts, pretzels, and let's get things underway here in this big game between the Red Sox and the White Sox. And leading off for Boston will be Otis Nixon. Bere is a right-hander. Nixon batted .290 with no home runs against right-handed pitching in '94. So everybody settles in, and let's get this game underway. And the first pitch is an 11, and just what you get, it's a wheelhouse. It's a 61, but that's not going to go far. That's a fly ball to right field, and getting under that will be Jackson, and he makes the catch for 1 out. Right in the wheelhouse, but Nixon got under it. So 1 down to start the game, and here's Billy Hatcher. Hatcher batted .270 with a homer against right-handed pitching in '94. So let's see what Bere does here. Here's the pitch. And that's a 6. That's a tough. It's an 88. And that's a ground ball to short. Coming over there is going to be Ozzie Guillen. He will take it, and he will throw to first. for the second out. And that will bring up Mike Greenwell. A lot of people really thought Mike Greenwell was going to be the next best thing for Boston. I actually like this guy. I thought he didn't get as much play as he should have. Mike Greenwell batted .260 with 6 homers for Boston in 1994. Jason Bere's fielding fatigue level is a 7. However, Manchin might be trying out the batter's face fatigue level optional rule that was written on Payoff Pitch's freebies website. And I already have a marker when I'm probably going to use it. Basically, Bere can go 29 batters faced, and Aaron Sele can go 33 batters faced. I might give that a shot and see how it works. Got to try different things once in a while to spice up the game. 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Greenwell. And it's another wheelhouse. That's a 24, but Greenwell's going to blast this one into the outfield. He hits this one into left center field. That's going to actually bounce off the wall. He just misses a homer. Greenwell's going to turn around first. He's going to go to second. He'll be safe there. And a 2-out double for Mike Greenwell. Another wheelhouse pitch by Bere, and Greenwell gets a hold of it, but just misses it. He was only about 3 away from a homer, but he will hold a second base with a double. And that will bring up this guy, Mo Vaughn. Mo Vaughn, was he supposed to be the Big Poppy before the Big Poppy? Mo Vaughn, exceptional. I always thought an excellent ball player. All right, not the best in fielding, but the man could definitely hit. But a lot of people thought that maybe he was going to be the next real blast of a hitter. Maybe Boston's answer to the Big Hurt. Never really turned out to be that. And, of course, if there are any Red Sox fans that joined into this, please let me know what you think about these Red Sox. I'm hoping maybe we get our Red Sox fan here. And if he doesn't, he can watch the replay anytime he wishes. But here's Mo Vaughn. He batted .310 with 15 homers against right-handed pitching. And he batted that same average on both sides of the plate. So no matter who is on the mound, Mo Vaughn is a threat to blast one out of the park. Comiskey Park, by the way, plays kind of neutral with right-handed batters and a little bit of a pitcher's park to lefties. Here's the pitch from Vaughn, and that's a 4, and that's going to be ballpark, 45, but that's against a lefty, so that's going to be in play. That's going to be an in play to Vaughn. It's an 86, and he grounds this one to second base. Wow. He just misses it, but an 86 wouldn't have mattered. It's at the second, and it's picked up by Cora. He throws to first, and the side is retired. A couple of well-hit balls by Red Sox batters, but one gets a double, but one doesn't get the home run. He hit that one hard, but right at second. So no runs. So no runs and a hit for Boston. As that is it there. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Chicago White Sox. We got Tim Raines batting first. Joey Cora will bat second. Frank Thomas will bat third. Julio Franco bats fourth. Robin Ventura will bat fifth. Darren Jackson will bat sixth. Lance Johnson seventh. Ron Karkovice is eighth. And Ozzie Guillen will be batting ninth. Andre Dawson is Julio Franco is the designated hitter. Defensively for the Chicago White Sox, for the Boston Red Sox, here we are. Mo Vaughn at first. We have Nehring at second. Cooper is at third. The shortstop is Valentine. Greenwell is in left. In center field, we have Nixon. In right field, we have Hatcher. Behind the plate, Dave Valley. And on the mound for the Boston Red Sox will be Aaron Sele. Aaron Sele, a bit of an average year in 1994. 8 wins, 7 losses, a 3.83 ERA. Averaged about a little bit under 7 strikeouts and averaged about 4 walks a game per 9 innings, of course, per 9 innings pitched, and less than a home run. So he doesn't give up that many, but he does have a wheelhouse at 12. So this could be a very we'll see what Sele does here. This is a great pitching matchup. Sele versus Bere. This is a great pitching matchup, I thought, when I chose the lineups for this. Bottom of the first inning, and here comes the Rock, Tim Raines, Hall of Famer. And in 1994, he batted .285 with 9 homers against right-handed pitching. Tim Raines actually had 13 stolen bases, so he's still capable of stealing the bases, although in 1994 he was 35 years old and was already beginning to show signs of slowing down, of course. So here's the pitch from Sele. See what we come up with. That's a 5. That's going to be a tough. And that's a 38. And Tim Raines is going to belt this one into right center field, right through first and second. That's a leadoff base hit for Tim Raines. He will hold it first on the single. As that ball is picked up by Hatcher, he throws it in. And already a base hit for the Chicago White Sox. Raines' steal rating is a 4, but a 5 is up, so he will not attempt anything. He will hold it first. And the batter now is Joey Cora. Now, of course, we all know what's going on with Joey Cora right now in the modern day, okay, because of the cheating scandal at Houston. But maybe this is where he learned to do it. I don't know. Joey Cora batted .278, 2 home runs at right-handed pitchers against 94 for Chicago. So Raines on it first. Cora, not a bad contact hitter, but I'm not going to try hit and run here. No need. So here's the pitch. And that's an 8. That's going to be an in play, but a 72 is going to be a ground ball to second base. Cora's double play rating is a 6. Sele's a 10. It's an 8, and the only play they have is to second. So Tim Raines is out, and Joey Cora takes over first base on a fielder's choice, 1 down. So Raines is eliminated. Cora takes over first on the fielder's choice. And that will bring up this guy, Frank the Big Hurt Thomas. He was 26 years old in 1994, batted .342 against righties, 26 home runs against them. Frank Thomas, this guy was a monster and Hall of Famer for sure. This guy was the Big Hurt, and he was called that for a reason. And he actually hit a home run in a preseason game against the Cubs I had before I officially started the restart. So Cora's on it first. He will not run. Steal rating did not come up. Here's Frank Thomas trying to go in. Why would you try to steal when you got this guy at bat? Here's the pitch. That's a 6. It's a tough. It's a 29, and that is a strikeout. Big strikeout by Aaron Sele to get Thomas out. And that is out number 2. And it brings up this guy. That's Julio Franco, the designated hitter, batted .305 with 13 homers against righties. Julio Franco, the old standby. This guy played so long in the majors. And if they were to put him in the, even though he really did not have Hall of Fame numbers, but if they were to put him in the Hall, just because of his longevity, I would understand. He played for years. Cora on it first still, but now 2 outs. Aaron Sele pitches to Franco. And we got an 8. That's an in play, and that is going to be a base hit by Julio Franco as he actually smacks that one into the outfield. That's going to be a double. It's a grounder down the line, down the right field line. Runners advance 2 bases, but Joey Cora's run rating is an 8. He will come around third, and he will score. And on an RBI double by Julio Franco, Chicago jumps out in front 1-0. RBI double by Franco. He gets all of it. Cora's running rating is an 8. And with 2 outs, he does score. On a double, he scores from first. And already it's a 1-0 lead for the White Sox. Franco holds it second with the double. And that will bring up Robin Ventura. Ventura, not a bad third baseman, really. Not a bad third baseman, but he was kind of questionable sometimes. Robin Ventura batted .287 with 14 homers in 1994. So Franco won it second, and already a run in for the White Sox with 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Aaron Sele, and that's a 7. That's a tough. That's a 91, and that is a ground ball to second base. It's going to be Tim Nehring picking this up. He throws to first, and that will end the inning. But the White Sox pick up a run on 2 hits. And 1 inning is already in the book, and the ChiSox lead the BoSox 1-0. We go to the top of inning number 2. As Jason Bere will come in now. And leading off for the Boston Red Sox in this inning will be Andre Dawson, Hall of Famer. Batted .222 with 10 homers against right-handers in '94. Andre Dawson was 40 years old here. His best years were already way past him, the Hawk. So the Hawk was already getting into his years, but tried to get it done for one more season with Boston. But Andre Dawson here trying to see if he can do something against Bere. Here's the pitch from Jason. Let's see what we come up with. And that is a leaner, and that's fouled away for a strike. Double D in the house. He makes it here to Comiskey Park. He predicts the Sox will win. Well, they're already up 1-0, top of the second. Let's see what they do. Here's the pitch to Dawson again. It's no balls and a strike. And that is an 8. That's a tough. It's a 13, and Dawson will swing and a miss at strike 3. 1 down. As Jason Bere picks up a strikeout. And that is his first of the game. And next batter will be Tim Nehring. Nehring batted .286 with 5 homers against right-handed pitching in '94. Important game, more for Chicago than Boston, but anytime both Sox teams get together, it's fun. Here's the pitch from Bere. This is a 6. That's a tough. It's a 74, and that's a ground ball to second. Coming over that will be Joey Cora. He has it, throws to first for the second out. So 2 quick outs already for Jason Bere. And coming up now for the Red Sox will be Scott Cooper. Batted .318 with 10 homers against righters in 1994. Cooper bats from the left, so pretty good hitter from against right-handed pitching. So maybe we'll get some fireworks for Boston from here. So Barrett gets a sign, and now he lets it go. And we have a 10. That's a tough. That is a 50. And Cooper, he will belt this one into the outfield, down the right field line, but it will be cut off by Jackson. He gets there, but Scott Cooper has himself a single. Fought that one off. Nice hit by Cooper. And that is the second base hit for the Red Sox in the game. And he holds it first. Not a threat to steal. He will stay put. And the next batter will be John Valentine. Batted .313 with 6 homers against right-handed pitching in '94. So Cooper on at first, and 2 outs. Let's see what kind of hit John Valentine can give the Red Sox. Here's the pitch, and we got a 10. And I got to make sure you guys see that. So there. So we got it because I want to make sure you see the whole dice. Okay, so we got a 10. That's a tough. It's a 40. It's a 45, and Valentine's going to get a single. He line drive into left field. Runner on first advances 1 base, but Cooper has a run rating of 7. He will advance 2 bases on it because of 2 outs, so runners at first and third. Big hit for Valentine. Second hit of the row given up by Bere. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. And the batter now will be Dave Valley, the catcher. Batted only .158 with 1 home run. Not the main catcher for Boston here, but he was on this lineup that I chose, so that's what we got. So Dave Valley will bat. Runners at first and third. Valentine, with a run rating of 7, will score on a double. Jason Bere in a little bit of a jam here. Fans here at Comiskey want to see him get out of it. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And it is a 6. It's a tough. It's a 48. And that is a strikeout as Jason Bere gets Valley out of there on a big K. And Boston fails to bring in the run. So no runs on 2 hits. Couple of strikeouts. And the fans here cheering the White Sox. White Sox only have pretty much a half-game lead on Cleveland in the middle of this restart. So every win important for the White Sox. And now batting for Chicago will be Darren Jackson. Batted .309, 5 home runs against right-handers in 94. This was a good White Sox team. This was a very good White Sox team. A lot of people felt that this team may have beaten anybody in the American League playoffs to get to the World Series. And I'm not sure about the Yankees, even though the Yankees that year had 70 wins. I think the Yankee bullpen may have been tough may not have been that good. So, well, we'll see. We will, of course, we go all the way through. So here's Aaron Sele pitching to Darren Jackson. That's a 5. That's a tough. That's a 44. And Jackson blasts one into the outfield. He hits that one to left center field. That's going to bounce off the wall easily. It'll be picked up by Trot Nixon. He'll throw it in. Jackson will go to second and get it with a leadoff double. He holds at second base. He'll stay put. And always a good way to start when you get the leadoff man at second base. And Darren Jackson, very capable. Now coming up for Chicago will be Lance Johnson. He batted .267 with 2 homers against righties in 94. An excellent center fielder, range of 8 and an error of 5 and an arm of 7. An excellent center fielder. Jackson on at second. Aaron Sele with the pitch. And we got a 6. That's a tough. It's an 0-4. And Johnson doesn't strike out much, but he does there. He's caught looking at strike 3. Only a 1-11, and he gets struck out there. Nice pitch by Sele. 1 out. Wow. Sele went ahead and threw him a curveball, and Johnson just did not swing at it. He thought it was out of the strike zone, but that landed right down Broadway. Perfect pitch by Sele. 1 down, and here's Ron Karkovice for Chicago. He batted .195 with 5 homers in 94 against righties. Jackson's still on at second, and here's the pitch. And this is a 4. That's ballpark, 49. Right-handed batter just misses the wheelhouse. That's going to be in play. It's an 82, and that's a ground ball to shortstop. The play will go to first base as Karkovice is thrown out at first. Jackson, with a run rating of 6, has no chance to get to third. He has to hold 2 outs. He does not run that well. A ground ball to short. And now with 2 down, the batter will be Ozzie Guillen. Guillen batted .300, no homers against righties in 94. He's a lefty. So Aaron Sele will now get to him. Guillen definitely capable of getting in, but can't talk here. Let's just say Ozzie Guillen can get runs in. Here's the pitch to Guillen. And that's a 6. That's a tough. It's an 18 and struck him out. Aaron Sele gets it done after the leadoff double, and he strikes out 2 batters and forces one to ground out, and nothing happens. So no runs on a hit. 2 innings in the book, still 1-0 ChiSox. Top of the 3rd inning coming up here at Comiskey Park. Jason Bere will take the mound for Chicago, and it's the top of the batting order for Boston and Otis Nixon, who flew out his first time up. Boston is in this game at 56 and 64. The White Sox are 70 and 49, but every win is important for the White Sox. Boston pretty much playing spoiler the rest of the year. Here's the pitch to Otis Nixon. That's a 7. That's a patient. That's a 32. Otis Nixon is going to draw the base on balls to first. And that's the first. Is that the first walk? That's the first walk given up by Bere. A base on balls for Otis Nixon. His steal rating's a 7. It is a 7. I'm going to see if he gets the jump. Hold rating by Bere is a 7 against Otis Nixon's steal jump rating. So Bere's actually is a 10. So the hold rating of 10, 7, 0 to 77. Otis Nixon attempts 52. There he goes. There goes Otis Nixon. And his steal rating's a B. To Karkovice's arm, which is a 2. So a B2 comes out to normal. So it's not going to be so easy for Nixon. So here's the throw, and he is safe and just got under there. Otis Nixon steals second base on a stealing was normal, and he is safe. And a big stolen base there. Karkovice, a good arm. It's a 2. He's got a very good arm. But he gets there. And now a runner in scoring position for Billy Hatcher. Hatcher grounded out to short his last time up. And here's the pitch. And that's Patient. It's a 60. Snake Eyes. Patient is a 63. And Hatcher, he grounds one to second base. The play is made by Cora. He has it. He throws to first. Nixon will move to third. So 1 out. But Nixon is on third base on the throw. So now the tying run is 90 feet away. And the batter will be Mike Greenwell. Greenwell hit a double his last time up, so he's 1 for 1. Here's the pitch. And that is an 8. That's a tough, and it's a double. It's a 0-0. It's a rare play. So let's see what we got. Runners on base, rare play. Here's the card roll. It's an 11. Reroll 2d6. All right, so what I'll do is I'm just going to draw another card, and it's a 6. If total is equal to or higher than the pitcher's hold rating, balk is called. Runners advance 1 base. So the total is a 6, and Jason Bere's hold rating is a 10. It is not. Otherwise, runner on first picked off. If no runner on first, ignore. So all that and nothing happens. He does not get called for the balk because his hold rating is higher than the 6 that I drew. So we will do this again. Still 1 out. Runner at third. Here's the pitch by Greenwell. That's a 4. That's ballpark. 15. That's wheelhouse. But it's a 69, and that's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. That's a ground ball to short. And let's see what happens here. I think he gets it. That's a ground ball to short. Otis Nixon's rating is a 7. They will take the shore out at first. Nixon will score, and we're tied at 1. Too early to try anything, and the infield was not in as they take infield back. But we got a tie ball game at 1 now. So Greenwell grounds it out, and a run comes in. And the batter will be Mo Vaughn. Mo Vaughn grounded out his last time up. Here's the pitch from Jason Bere. That's a 10. That's a tough. That is a 49. And Mo Vaughn will swing and a miss. Strikeout. But a hard-fought run for the Red Sox, and it took 2 outs to get it in. But they do get a run. 1 run on no hits, as a matter of fact, because that was a walk. 1 run on no hits. The BoSox and the Whites and the ChiSox tied at 1. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. And here's Tim Raines. Top of the batting order for the White Sox. Raines singled his last time up. Here's the pitch from Sele. And that is a 5. That's a tough. It's a 96. That's a fly ball to left. Mike Greenwell will get under that one. He makes the catch. 1 out. That will bring up Cora. Cora grounded out into a fielder's choice. But Reigns did come in on a big double by Julio Franco later. Now here's the pitch to Cora. And that's an 8. That's in play, 51. And that's a ground ball to third. Coming over for that one is Cooper. He has it, pumps once, throws across the diamond for the second out. Two men down, and here's the big hurt. Struck out his last time up, though. Sele sets and deals. And that is a 5. That's a tough. That's a 61. That's a fly ball deep to right, but not deep enough, as Billy Hatcher will make the play easily. And a nice 1-2-3 inning for Aaron Sele. So nothing doing for the ChiSox in that inning. And we are tied at 1 here. And of course, you know it's time for my quick commercial break. I'll be right back in a moment, people. Welcome back here to Comiskey Park as the Boston Red Sox taking on the Chicago White Sox. We are tied at 1 going into the 4th inning. A reminder of tomorrow's game. Tomorrow we got a good game scheduled for tomorrow night. The Montreal Expos will take on the Houston Astros. A battle of two teams, of two first-place division teams. Houston took over the National League Central so far in the restart, and Montreal owns the National League East. A huge game in the Astrodome tomorrow, Expos and Astros. So be looking for that one. Big game for those two. Meanwhile, top of the 4th inning here between the both Sox teams. Jason Bere on the mound, and here's Andre Dawson, the Hawk, leading it off for Boston. He struck out his last time up. So I hope everybody took a quick round to the bathroom or got yourself a drink, maybe some potato chips and some dip, to watch more of this exciting game here. Here's the pitch to Dawson. And it's a 3. That's defense. That's a 73. And the ball is hit to center field. That is Johnson. His range rating is an A. I don't think that'll be a problem. And he's going to go over there easily with no problem. It's going to be a fly out to center. It's going to be a fly out to center field, 1 out. Lance Johnson's range is an A. He has no problem with that one. And there's already 1 down. And there's Steeler fan. Yep. So you go for those Astros. So big game tomorrow night. Expos and Astros. I'll probably be streaming it about the same time I do here. Here's Tim Nehring for Boston. He is 0 for 1 with a ground out. Here's the pitch from Bere. And that is a 6. That's a tough. It's an 0-1, and that is a strikeout. Nehring is caught looking at strike 3. I guess he was expecting the slider, and he got the slurve. 2 down. That is the 4th strikeout for Jason Bere. So 2 men down. And now we'll see Boston's Scott Cooper, who doubled his last time. Well, actually, singled his last time up. He's 1 for 1. Here's the windup from Bere. Here's the pitch. And that's a 6. That's a tough. It's a 75. And that one is hit deep to center field, but not deep enough. Getting under this will be Johnson as he makes 2 big plays in the outfield and retires the side. So nothing doing there on the top of the 4th inning. Nothing across for Boston. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th right now. So here's Aaron Sele now pitching for the Red Sox. Leading off for the ChiSox will be Franco, and he doubled his last time up. Here's the pitch to Franco, and that is a 4. That's ballpark. That's 50. That's going to be in. That's going to be barely in play, almost wheelhouse. That's barely in play. It's an 0-9, but he will still get himself a base hit. Julio Franco will get his 2nd hit of the game as he gets a single this time. An 0-9, he hits that one into right field. Hatcher cuts it off. He'll throw it into first, or throw it into second, actually. And the Red Sox have the leadoff man on. Franco's steal rating is a 4, and they say he can steal. Let's take a look and see. His steal rating is a 4. Sele's hold rating is a 7. Let's see if Julio Franco attempts. I'm going to try it. I'm going to see if he gets the jump. A 0 to 56, he tries to steal. It's a 23, and there goes Franco. He's on his way. It's a B. His rating is a B, and Valley's arm rating is a 4. So he has an excellent chance to steal. There's the throw to second, and he is out of there. Wow. Excellent stealing, out. What a throw by Dave Valley. Guns him down at second base. Holy cow. An excellent chance, and he's thrown out of there. And if you can see it, it does say excellent out. He is done. Wow. What a throw by Valley, and I thought he had no chance. Caught stealing, 1 out. Holy cow, as Phil Rizzuto would say. That's using the auto steal option, which I'm going to try to use more often, as well as sacrifice bunts. Here's Robin Ventura as Franco's thrown out at second base. Ventura grounded out his last time up. Here's the pitch, and that's a 7. That's a tough. That's an 85. That's a ground ball to second, and Nehring will come up with that one, and he throws to first for the 2nd out. Wow, what a throw by Valley. I'm still amazed he got him out. I am amazed he actually got him out, but he did. Here's Darren Jackson for Chicago. He doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 1. 2 outs. The pitch from Sele. And that is a 9. That's a patient. That's going to be a walk. An 11, yeah, that's a walk. And Jackson goes to first. And he will not be stealing. So a base on balls for Darren Jackson. And now we will see Lance Johnson, who made a great play in the outfield on a defensive check. Aaron Sele looks over at Jackson. Jackson not trying anything. And here's the pitch. This is a 10. It's a patient. It's a 59, and that is a fly ball to left field. Greenwell will get under this one, and he makes the play, and the inning is over. So no runs on a hit, but nothing there for the White Sox. Maybe they let one go by the board, but the White Sox know they got to take a few chances as they're trying to stay ahead of Cleveland. So 4 innings in the book, still a 1-1 tie. We go to the 5th. Another typical game between both Sox franchises. You always know you're going to get some really interesting matchups when these two teams get together because they both share the same name, except for colors. Jason Bere will come out for Chicago. Leading off for Boston will be John Valentine. Valentine singled his last time up. He's 1 for 1. Here's the pitch. And this is a 6. That's a tough. It's a 28. And John Valentine, swing and a miss, struck him out. And just barely got him, too, on a 28. Valentine goes up to 31. He just gets that as Valentine was looking for the curveball, and Bere just threw a nice slider, and Valentine just missed it. 1 down. Here's Dave Valley. He went ahead and struck out his last time up. And the pitch from Bere. And that's a 5. That's a patient. It's a 73. That one's a fly ball to center. Coming under it is Johnson. It's routine for him. And that's the second out. Now Nixon. Nixon walked his last time up, but he's 0 for 1. Bere gets the sign in from Karkovice. Now the pitch. And that is a 7. That's a patient. That's a 63. And Nixon belts one into the outfield. That's going to be a single for Nixon. He hits that to left center field. Coming over to get that one is going to be Raines. He gets it, throws it in, and a 2-out single for Nixon. Steal rating's a 7, and his steal is a 7, but with 2 outs, I'm not sending him. Not going to roll with 2 outs. Doesn't make any sense to do that. Let the guy come up and see what he can do. Here's Billy Hatcher. Even though the auto steal function is on, but with 2 outs, I reserve the right to make a few decisions. Here's Hatcher. Hatcher grounded out twice. Nixon on it first. 2 outs here, top of the 5th. 1-1 tie. Let's see what we get. It's a 6. That's a tough. It's a 34, and Billy Hatcher's going to get himself a base hit. It's an opposite field liner into right field. Runner on first advances 2 bases. He would have advanced 2 bases anyway, so Nixon goes to third, and Hatcher's on first. With 2 outs, Nixon would have gotten to first anyway. So now runners at first and third with 2 down. And now a big chance for Mike Greenwell. Greenwell doubled and grounded out. He's 1 for 2. Big chance here for Boston. Here's the pitch. And it's an 8. It's a tough, and that is a leaner. That's fouled away. Strike 1. We'll do it again. Bears pitch again. That's a 9. That's a tough. It's a 65. And that one's going to be just a weak ground ball to shortstop. Coming up for it is Guillen. Tosses the second for the force. And again, the White Sox escape damage. As Greenwell just grounds out weakly to Guillen. And that's the end of the inning. So no runs on 2 hits. Bottom half of inning number 5 coming up. Who's going to break the 1-1 tie here in Comiskey Park? Aaron Sele comes on the mound for Boston. And leading off for the White Sox will be Ron Karkovice. Grounded out his last time up. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch from Sele. That's a 9. That's a patient. It's an 80. That's a fly ball to center. Otis Nixon will make an easy play out of it. Makes the catch. 1 down. Here's Guillen. Guillen struck out his last time up. The pitch. That's a 10. That's a patient. It's a 42, and Guillen just misses it. Oh, boy. He popped it up. Popped it up is right. Tim Nehring at second is going to call for it, and he will make the catch. 2 outs. On a patient, he needed a 41, and he rolls a 42. 2 down. Wow. A lot of close misses so far in this game. Pop out to second. Top of the batting order now for the White Sox and Tim Raines. Here's the pitch. And that's a 10. That's a patient. And that's an 82. And that one is a ground ball to short. A nice, easy play for Valentine. He's got it. Throws to first. And a nice inning for Aaron Sele. And the side is retired. So we got another decent pitchers duels, but we know how usually pitchers duels turn out early. They get a little ugly later in the game. We still got a long way to go. 5 in the books. BoSox and ChiSox tied at 1. In a rapidly moving game so far. So here's the top of the 6th. Neither pitcher is near his batter's face rating, although Aaron Sele's getting there. But either pitcher's only giving up a run. Here's Mo Vaughn. He leads off for Boston. He's 0 for 2. Who is going to be the hero tonight? That's a 7. That's a patient. It's a 28. And Vaughn will draw the base on balls. Leadoff runner is on a walk. And that's the first walk given up by Jason Bere. Mo Vaughn on it first, not running. Steal rating is higher than the dice, so he will stay put, and out comes a hawk. Dawson is 0 for 2. Jason Bere settles down, and now the pitch on the way. And that's a patient. That's a 27, and Dawson's going to get a single. A soft blooper into short right field. Runner on first advances 2 bases, so Mo Vaughn really doesn't have much running, but he's going to make it to third on the play. He's safe as they just try to get it to third. But now Boston has runners in the corners and nobody out. A big hit by Dawson. And the batter now is Nehring. Nehring is 0 for 2. Mo Vaughn on at third, Dawson at first. A chance here for Boston to take a lead. But they've been stymied by Bere with runners on base. Tied at 1, 6th inning. The infield will be in. So here's the play to Nehring. Infield in. It's a 3. It's defense. 54. That one is hit to center. It's going to be a range play to center field. So coming on for that is going to be Johnson. He will get there on a 54. He makes the catch as he makes a great play. So he makes the catch. Let's see what kind of fly ball it is. And it says double play ? Which means if the outfielder has an arm of 5 or less, he catches a short fly ball and throws out the lead runner. So it's a short fly ball. Let's see what it is. And Johnson's arm rating is a 7. And the outfield is a 5-mer left. He catches the short fly ball and throws out the lead runner. He will catch the short fly ball, but the runners will hold. Mo Vaughn cannot score. 1 out. What a play by Johnson. Lance Johnson makes the catch, and Mo Vaughn cannot score. It was a short fly ball. Here's Scott Cooper. Boy, Chicago White Sox defense coming up big. But here's Cooper, though. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Vaughn still at third. Cooper's double play rating is a 6. Bere's double play rating is a 9. The White Sox will still play infield in. Mo Vaughn's run rating is a 6. He is not that fast. Here's the pitch. And that is an 8. That's a tough. It's an 80. And that's a fly ball to center field. Johnson will come up with this one as well. 2 outs. Now, do we send Vaughn? Let's find out. See what kind of hit it is. It is a short fly ball. So outfielder catches a short fly ball. If game is tied within 1 run, runner on third base may attempt to score with an additional -2. So Mo Vaughn's run rating would be a 4. He will hold. Unbelievable. The White Sox are keeping Boston from getting the run in. 2 short fly balls. Oh, my. As Lance Johnson in center field is so far really making his presence felt, not deep enough, and Vaughn has to hold. He has only a chance of a 4 to get in there. And Lance Johnson's arm is a 7. It would have been very, very difficult, I think. He holds there. And now the batter is Valentine. You could see some frustration in the Boston dugout right now. 2 down. Valentine is 1 for 2. Geez, Jason Bere is getting out of these innings. But how long can it go on? Top of the 6th, still tied at 1. Here's the pitch to Valentine. That's a 5. It's a patient. It's a 52, and that one will do it for Valentine. He gets a base hit. That is a single. A sharp liner that drops in front of the left fielder. Mo Vaughn will come in to score. Andre Dawson's run rating's a 7. He will go to third on the single, and the Red Sox have taken a 2-1 lead as John Valentine does what the last 2 batters couldn't do. And the fans here are visibly disappointed in that one. But John Valentine comes through with the hit. Valentine holds it first, 2 outs, but now a 2-1 lead for the Red Sox. And the batter is Dave Valley. Still runners first and third. The White Sox call the infield in on 2 plays, and both are hit to the outfield and can't get the score. But then, when they get the 2 outs, John Valentine comes up with the base hit. Here's Valley now. Valley is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch from Bere. And that's a ballpark. That's 20. That's wheelhouse. Let's see what the roll is. It's a 63, and that will do it. It's a ground ball. It's just a pop chopped out chopped to second base. Play is made by Cora. He'll throw to shortstop covering, and the side is retired. But the Red Sox get 1 run on 2 hits. We go to the bottom of inning number 6. It's now 2-1 BoSox. Timeout. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning, a 2-1 Red Sox lead over the White Sox. As I'll tell you, Boston has had to scrape both those runs. They've had to scrape for. Jason Bere has pitched beautifully, but now here's Aaron Sele to try to make sure that the White Sox don't get any runs back in that inning in the bottom of the 6th. And Joey Cora leads off for Chicago, and he is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. That's an 8. That's in play, 26, and that is going to be a base hit for Joey Cora. He gets a single. He hits that one into straightaway center field, bounces over second base. Cora will go to first, and he will hold. As another leadoff base runner for the White Sox, Cora's steal rating's a 4. He's not going anywhere. And now the batter is the Big Hurt. If anybody can put the White Sox back ahead in this game, it's him. But the Big Hurt, though, has been quiet so far. He's 0 for 2, struck out and flew out. Cora on it first. Here's the pitch to Thomas. And that's a 6. That's a 99. Thomas just goes ahead and lifts a shallow fly ball to left. Greenwell's going to get under it. He will make the catch, 1 out. Frank Thomas has been kept quiet. But I have a funny feeling, I'm almost ready to make a prediction, he's going to make a difference somewhere before this game is over. Here's Julio Franco. Franco's 2 for 2, a double and a single. Cora not running. No hit and run. Franco can hit. With a guy with an average of 305 at the plate, you let him hit. Here's the pitch to Franco. That's wheelhouse, 81, but that's not going to do it. It's going to be a fly ball to center field. Nixon will get under it and make the catch, 2 down. Wow. Lots of wheelhouse checks. Lots of wheelhouse checks, but nobody's hitting the ball hard. Two down, and here's Robin Ventura. Ventura's grounded out twice. Cora's still on at second base. He holds. Now, when boxcars show up, I usually check to see if there's a pickoff, but I only check that when the batter gets there. So if Cora had made second base, reached first base, I would have seen to see if Aaron Sele would have picked him off. So here's 2 outs, but here's Ventura. Got to try to get everything in the ball game available in this game. Here's the pitch to Ventura. That's another wheelhouse. 77, but that will not do it either. Another fly ball straight away center field. Nixon's going to get there again, and the inning is over. Another wheelhouse, but Aaron Sele is getting away with it. 77 fly ball center field, and that's the inning. A leadoff base hit by Joey Cora, and the White Sox get nothing for it. Six in the books. BoSox 2, ChiSox 1. We go to the top of the 7th. And remember, we got the 7th inning stretch and the 10-minute ticker. We'll see how the rest of the league does tonight. As we do a little shuffle. I got two of these fast action card decks. One is still wrapped up. I'm using this one. I'm probably going to order a third, so I can have 3 fast action card decks for 3 innings. So I don't have to worry about shuffling. Just grab the next deck. Maybe put a little less wear and tear on them. Just want to let you know, this is Payoff. Anybody new that's watching this, this is Payoff Pitch Baseball made by Joe Bryan, Sideline Strategy Games. Anybody wants to take a look at this game or maybe add it to their collection, take a look at it. Terrific game, awesome game, plays very, very well and smoothly. And for those of you who've been watching some of my games on my channel, I get the crazy ones for some reason. Don't ask me why, I just do. So let's go to the top of the 7th inning, Jason Bere, and he has almost reached his batter's face, which was 29. But he has only given up the 2 runs, so we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, it's the top of the batting order for the Red Sox, and it will be Otis Nixon. Nixon is 1 for 2, singled and walked and flew out. Fans here at Comiskey trying to see if they can get Root Chicago on to get him out of this inning quickly. Here's the pitch from Nixon. That's an 8. That's a tough. That's a 23. And that is a swing and a miss. Strikeout. Big strikeout by Bere. And the batter will be Billy Hatcher. Otis Nixon swung at a curveball. I think he was expecting changeup. That ball got there a little faster than he thought. Here's Hatcher. He is singled his last time up. He's 1 for 3. And we got an 8. That's a tough. It's a 40. And Hatcher's going to belt this one through the infield. That's going to be a base hit for Hatcher. He hits this one into right field, as he will hold it first. As Jackson will come over, he'll throw it in. And a 1-out single for Boston. Second straight hit for Billy Hatcher. His steal rating's a 5. Dice is an 8. He will not go. And that will bring up Mike Greenwell. So utilizing the batter's face fatigue level, he has now reached his point of fatigue. So the next batter that Jason Bere allows, he is supposed to be fatigued. The next base runner. I'll keep an eye on it. But 1 out. Here's Greenwell. Greenwell is 1 for 3. Grounded out twice, but got a double. So here's the pitch from Bere. Chicago bullpen is active. That's a 7. That's a patient. That's a 69. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Greenwell's double play rating is a 9. Bears is a 9. It's a 7. This is easy. Over to second. Back to first. Jason Bere gets out of the inning. Double play. So no runs on a hit. And none left on. We're at the 7th inning stretch, people. Take a quick break here. It's Red Sox 2, White Sox 1. Be right back with the 10-minute ticker in just a moment. So say take me out to the ball game or something. Okay, everyone, let's go ahead and let's see how the rest of the league is shaping up on Thursday, August 18th. There's quick results chart there. Got our highlighter. And let's see what we get tonight. We will start with the American League. We got Boston, Chicago playing tonight. Let's see what we got. We got California and Milwaukee. Milwaukee is a D. California is an F. And that is an 8, and that is a win for California. So the Angels, that's actually a big win for California because they're still in it. They chased the Rangers. That American League West is awful. They're still in it. So a win for California. Minnesota at Detroit. Both teams are a D. That's a win for the home team, and that would be Detroit. Detroit gets the win there. Since we have Baltimore at Texas, Orioles and the Rangers. Baltimore favorite. It's a B over D. That's a 9, and that is a win by Texas. So the Rangers stay ahead. They'll stay ahead at least in the American League West. We have the Yankees and the Royals. Yankees are an A. Royals are a B. That's a big series going on there too. That's a 6. It's A over B, and that's a win for the Yankees as they beat Kansas City. Oakland versus Cleveland. Important game there too as the Athletics continue to stay behind the Rangers. Cleveland, however, is an A. Oakland is an F. A over F, that's an 11. But the win goes to Oakland as they get a big win in Cleveland. Big underdog win. Here's Seattle and Toronto. Toronto's favorite here, D over F over Seattle. That's a 4, D over F, and that's a win for the favorite, and that is Toronto. So there's your American League. Now let's check the National League. The National League starts with Cincinnati and Philadelphia with that big win by the Reds yesterday. Let's see what happens here. Cincinnati is, of course, a B. Philadelphia is a D. B over D. That's a 9, and the Phillies are going to get a little revenge as they get a win over the Reds. The Marlins take on the Giants. Both teams are awful, but the Giants are favored by a little bit. They're D over F. Florida at San Francisco, it's a 10, and that's a win for the Marlins as they get a win over the Giants. And that can hurt depending on what the Dodgers do. Here's Houston and here's your thing for you, Steeler fan. Houston and the Mets. The Astros are a B, the Mets are a D. Let's see what happens with your Astros. That is an 11, B over D, and the Mets get a win. The Mets get a win at home in that one. So they beat the Astros tonight. The Cubs take on the Braves. The Cubs are awful. They are an F. Atlanta's a B. So Atlanta a chance to gain a game somewhere in the wild card. That's a B over F. That's an 11, B over F, and that is a win for the favorite. So that's a win for the Braves. They get the win there. Now Pittsburgh and Los Angeles. The Dodgers were everything of a C. The Pirates are a D. So let's see what happens here. That's a 5, C over D, and that is a win for the Dodgers. They do it. So a couple of upsets today. As you know, in Major League Baseball, anything can happen in these games. So that's our 10-minute ticker. Hope you enjoyed it. Meanwhile, a big game here for the Red Sox and the White Sox as we can get back to baseball. At least the Reds lost too, yes. We go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Aaron Sele will still pitch. He still has batters he can face. He's done very well tonight. Leading off for Chicago will be Darren Jackson. He is 1 for 2. I'm sorry, 1 for 1. He walked. So here's the pitch. And that's a patient. It's a 26. And Darren Jackson, ball 4, he will go to first. Earthquake. Repair. Hate it when it does that. These cards are so tough. They can take such punishment, too. Darren Jackson draws the walk. His steal rating is a 4. He's got a 2 up there. He's got a B stealer. And Valley's arm is a 4. So B4. That would be an excellent. I'm going to see if Darren Jackson can get it. But first, I got to get him on there. So Jackson gets the walk. Let's see first if he attempts to steal against the hold rating. 4 over 7. And a 0 to 49 he attempts. It's a 23. There goes Darren Jackson to try to steal. It's an excellent chance. So Jackson tries to steal. Valley with the throw. Throws him down, and he is safe. This time, everybody would have been safe. It was a bad throw, really, by Valley. He would have been safe even if it was a poor runner. So Darren Jackson gets a stolen base. And the tying run is in scoring position. So nice way to start off for the ChiSox. And that will bring up Lance Johnson. Now, doubles are rolled 2, but I'm not going to have him steal third. I would have to redo this again. So runner at second base, nobody out. Here's Lance Johnson. Johnson is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. And that is a 3 that's in play, 62. And that's a fly ball to left field. Greenwell's going to get under this one. He makes the catch, 1 out. The batter now is Karkovice. He's 0 for 2. Can the White Sox get a big hit to tie the game up? Jackson on its second. Karkovice. Sele. The pitch. That's a 4. That's ballpark. 31. That's wheelhouse. It's a 37. Pow! Karkovice hits this one hard, and he's going to get himself a double on this one. That's going to bounce off the wall easily. I don't have to pick a card. Darren Jackson will score, and the White Sox tie this game up at 2. A big-time double by Ron Karkovice in the wheelhouse. Sooner or later, there will be scoring. So now we have a 2-2 tie with the go-ahead run at second base. And the batter is Ozzie Guillen. Guillen is 0 for 2. Aaron Sele has not reached his point of weakness yet in batters faced. So Karkovice at second. Here's the pitch to Guillen, now tied at 2. And it's a 7. It's a tough. It's an 0-8, and Guillen swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 outs. Strikes out for the second time today. And now it brings up Raines, the Rock. The Rock is up, and he is 1 for 3 with a single. Two men down. Karkovice, a run rating of 7. He will score on a single. Here's the pitch. That is a 9. That's a patient. It's a 62. And Raines is going to get the base on balls. It's a walk by Sele. And that is the third walk given up by Aaron Sele. He averages about 4, a little bit under 4. So far, Aaron Sele has reached his average. But 2 outs now for Joey Cora. Fans here cheering on Chicago. They know how important this game could be. Oakland beat Cleveland tonight. So a win here puts the White Sox a game ahead, an extra game ahead. This game is very important now. Runners at first and second. Cora at the plate. Here's the pitch from Sele. It's an 8. It's an in-play 45. That won't do it. It's a ground ball to first base. Mo Vaughn will take it. He throws to Sele covering the bag, and the inning is over. But a run comes in on 1 hit, and 2 base runners are stranded. 7 in the books. BoSox and ChiSox tied at 2. For any Red Sox fans that watch this, I know you're rooting for your Red Sox, as Red Sox Nation is always great. For you White Sox fans out there, you need to win this game to stay. Need to win this game. You got a good chance to get ahead by an extra game on Cleveland, so they lost to Oakland today. We go to the top of the 8th inning. And Mo Vaughn leads off for Boston. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. You got a lefty and 2 righties coming up. And I'm going to take a look real quick at the, see what's up here. It really doesn't matter. They're going to leave Jason Bere on the mound, at least unless he lets a base runner. He has not reached fatigue level yet, but a next base runner he will. So here's Mo Vaughn, 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. It's an 8. It's a tough. It's a 68, and Mo Vaughn will go down on strikes. Struck out for the 2nd time today as Jason Bere gets it done. And now here's Andre Dawson. Dawson singled his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. That's a 7. That's a patient. It's a 30. It's a 32. And that's a ground ball right back to Bere. Wow. Bere makes a nice play. He throws to first, and that's the 2nd out. You would think on a patient, a 32 would be walking, but no. 2 down. On a grounder right back to pitcher. And the batter is Tim Nehring. Here's the pitch from Bere. And that's tough. It's an 0-2, and that's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Jason Bere comes in and strikes out 2 batters to keep it tied at 2. That's probably going to be his last inning also. But he does the job and keeps the Red Sox from getting anything. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Nothing across for the BoSox. Still tied at 2. And I'm going to take Jason Bere out. He will be done for the game, as they'll go to the bullpen to start the 9th, just in case. Because here in the bottom of the 8th, if the White Sox get ahead, they'll see the closer. Aaron Sele, in his 4th batter, he will reach point of weakness, or fatigue, I should say. Point of weakness, stratomatic term. So bottom of the 8th inning, and the big hurt is up. What did I say? Does the big hurt come through in a big clutch time here for the ChiSox? But he has been very quiet. 0 for 3. And here's the pitch to Thomas. It's an 8. It's an in-play, 59, and that won't do it. It's a ground ball to 3rd. Coming up with it is Cooper. He has it. Throws to first. 1 out. Wow, Frank Thomas has been neutralized today. It will bring up Julio Franco. Franco is 2 for 3. Doubled and singled. Here's the pitch from Sele. It's a 7. That's a tough. It's a 75, and that's a fly ball to center. Otis Nixon will get under that one. He makes the catch. 2 outs. The batter now is Ventura. Ventura 0 for 3. 2 men down. Aaron Sele. Here's the pitch. It's a 7. That's a tough. It's a 41, and Ventura's going to get himself a single. He rips this one into left field. Greenwell has it, throws it into the infield, but the White Sox have a man on. A 2-out base hit by Ventura. That's his first hit of the game. And now we'll bring up Darren Jackson. And this is Aaron Sele's batter's faced limit. Or I should say after this one. He's still not fatigued if he allows a base runner here. But Ventura on it first, not stealing, 2 outs. Darren Jackson going to try to do it. He's 0 for 3. But no need to take him out. He bats .309 against righties, so you keep him in there. And there's no need to make a pitching change because he bats .317 against the lefties. So might as well let Sele pitch. 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th, tied at 2. The pitch to Darren Jackson. It's a 7. It's a tough. It's a 23. And that is a strikeout. Another K. And no runs and a hit, but that's all. And we're very close again to free baseball. Getting close. The inning is over. No runs and a hit. 8 in the books. BoSox and ChiSox tied at 2. We go to the 9th. Aaron Sele will come out. I will not have him go for Boston in the next inning. But the White Sox have to bring in a pitcher. We got a lefty and 2 righties. So coming on to pitch for the ChiSox will be Jose De Leon. And let's see, here's a short rating, so let's see how many batters he can go. So 6 plus 5, 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So here's De Leon. Looks like he's in good shape. De Leon, 3 wins, 2 losses, a 3.36 ERA. Hammer Time has joined in. Bleacher Bums Gaming has joined in. Yes, I always have the tight games. 3 wins, 2 losses, 3.36 ERA. Jose De Leon here will pitch the top of the 9th for the White Sox in a 2-2 tie. And I'm utilizing the optional batters faced chart that's being used, that's available on the Payoff Pitch site. So Jose De Leon rolled pretty much the best. 6 plus minus 1 is 5. And you add 6 to that because it's a short fatigue. So we can actually pitch to 11 batters before being faced, or of course, a run. So here's Scott Cooper. Cooper is 1 for 3, flown out twice and single. And yes, Bleacher Bums Gaming does have the 1921 season, and so do I. I got that in today as well. I'll be looking at that probably either tomorrow or the day after. I might put I actually received 4 seasons myself today besides 1921. So Jose De Leon will come on here. Top of the 9th inning. Here's the pitch to Cooper. It's a 6. That's a patience, a 37. And Cooper belts a base hit into the outfield. It's a single. It's actually going to go further than that. That's actually going to be a double. He hits this one into right center field, bounces off the wall. Cooper going for 2. He will make it on a patient 37, and the Red Sox have the go-ahead run at second base. And that will bring up John Valentine. Cooper on at second. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a patient also 34, and Valentine draws the walk. So now runners at first and second and nobody out. Jose De Leon averages 4 walks per 9 innings, 9 strikeouts per 9 innings, a little bit less of a home run. But he comes in here to pitch, to take over for Jason Bere, who pitched a beautiful game. But now he has runners at first and second, nobody out in the top of the 9th. And the batter is Dave Valley. And Valley's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch from De Leon. It's an 8. That's a tough. It's an 89, and that's a ground ball to short. Valley's double play rating's a 6. De Leon's rating's a 6. It's an 8. The throw will go to second, and that's all they'll get. 1 out. As Cooper goes to third on the fielder's choice. So Valentine is erased, and Valley's on first on an FC. But now 1 out. And the batter is Otis Nixon. And the infield will be in. So I'll get the infield play chart done already. Infield in, as the White Sox cannot let Cooper score. 1 out. Jose De Leon trying to keep it where it is. He comes in, and all of a sudden, the Red Sox are threatening. Here's the pitch. It's a 3. It's a tough. It's an 80, and that's a fly ball to center field. That's going to be caught. That's going to be caught by Johnson as an arm rating of 7. 2 outs. Let's see what kind of fly ball it is. It's a short fly. Cooper's run rating's a 7. So on a short fly, outfielder catches a short fly ball, runners hold. If game is tied within a run, runner on third base may attempt to score with an additional -2. So Cooper has a run rating of 7. It would be a 5 against Johnson's 7. And the next batter is Hatcher. And I don't know. Do I send the runner? His run rating would be a 5 because it's a short fly ball. But Johnson's rating is a 7. He's got a good arm, a decent arm. Do I send him? Or do I let the cards decide? Because I really don't know. He could score here, and the Red Sox could take a 3-2 lead. You know what? If I'm Boston, you're already out of it because you're 16 games behind the Yankees, and you're really playing spoiler. I think I send him. I think so. But anybody out there want to help me real quick? It's a short fly ball for Scott Cooper. His rating is normally a 7, but because it's a short fly, his run rating would be a 5. Hammer Time says send him. Steeler fan, what do you think? The arm rating of Johnson's a 7. He doesn't have a good chance of scoring, but there is 2 outs, and the next batter is Hatcher. And Hatcher, however, has singled twice. He's 2 for 4. He's gotten 2 straight singles. Hammer says send him. What do you think, Steeler fan? Send or hold? Double D says hold. I need one more vote to tie it. Send or hold to break the tie. I'll let you guys decide. I really don't know. Bleacher Bub says send him. There he goes. Scott Cooper will go. I draw a card for this. And the card is a 5. Cooper slides in. The throw comes home. He is safe. Scott Cooper gets in there. He scores. Cooper scores, and the Red Sox take a 3-2 lead. Just got it. It's a 5, and it was a 5 was his run rating. He scores, and the fans here in Chicago go, oh. Big run by Cooper. Valley, however, holds at first base. But now 2 outs as Otis Nixon comes up with the sacrifice fly. Now 3-2 Red Sox. The batter now is Billy Hatcher. Hatcher is 2 for 4. He's singled twice. 2 outs. Dave Valley with a run rating of 7. He will score on a double. Only time you help the Red Sox. Yeah, right, Bleacher? Right, BBG? Valley on it first. Hatcher, the batter. Here's the pitch from DeLeon. It's a 2. It's wheelhouse. It's 88. It won't matter. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Coming up with it will be Guillen. He throws to second to get the out. But the damage is done. And that's a ground out. So 1 run on 1 hit. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. BoSox 3, ChiSox 2. Unbelievable. And that was close. He needed a 5 or under to be safe. If it was a 6, I would have had to go to the play at home chart. If it's a 7, he's out. 7 or higher, he's out. Wow. But Jose DeLeon now on the hook for the loss. And we go to the bottom of the 9th inning, 3-2. And the bottom part of the order is up for the White Sox. And the Boston Red Sox will bring up their closer. And they actually have 2 closers, really. But I'm going to go with the best one, and that's Ken Ryan. Ken Ryan will come in to close for Boston. Or at least try to. He's rating a short fatigue level. So it's 6. Plus 3 is 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can face 9 batters before being fatigued, utilizing the optional batter's face rule. So here's Ken Ryan for the Boston Red Sox. 2 wins, 3 losses, 2.44 ERA, only 13 saves. But you got to realize the Red Sox only had about 50 some odd wins when the season was suspended. So bottom of the 9th. Boston 3, Chicago 2. Bottom part of the batting order. And I'm going to see if the White Sox can do any pinch hitting. Lance Johnson is scheduled to bat. He bats .267 against lefties, but he's also the best center fielder. I think you keep him in there for defense. So Lance Johnson will bat, and he's also a switch hitter. Lance Johnson is 0 for 3. Fans here at Comiskey Park want to see a win, but right now they're down 3-2. Here's the pitch from Ken Ryan. It's an 11. It's a defense. It's a 64. and it's going to be an error check to second base. Tim Nehring, his error rating is it's an error rating. His error rating is a 3, and he will make the play. Gets up, lays down there. Tim Nehring gets up, throws to first, just gets Johnson out by a step. What a play by Tim Nehring. Error rating a 3. The roll is a 64. He is out of there. What a great play by Nehring. Da-da-da, da-da-da. That was a Sports Center ring. That was a Sports Center play. 1 down. The batter now is Ron Karkovice. Now, Karkovice did get a double his last time up, but he's bats 195 against righties. So let's go to the Chicago bench and see if we can do anything about that. Thing is, he's a catcher. I have Mike LaValliere available as a catcher. So Karkovice is going to come out. He's done. Because they got to bring somebody to hit. It's a pinch hit. And it's going to be Craig Graybeck. Coming on to pinch hit for the White Sox is Graybeck. He bats .385 against right-handers. Mike LaValliere will take over at catcher if we go to extras. So Ken Ryan will now pitch to Graybeck. Here's the windup from Ryan. Here's the pitch. It's an 11. That's a defense. 0-3. That won't matter. That's not going to be a matter. Let's see what happens here. That's an error check again to second base to Cora. His error rating is a 3. The roll is an 0-3, and that's going to be an error on Joey Cora. It's a one base error and allows Graybeck to go to first. An E4. Wow. An error on the Red Sox on Joey Cora. And that is a huge error. And the White Sox fans know that this could still happen well. And the batter now is Ozzie Guillen. And although Guillen is 0 for 3, he bats .300 against righties. And as a lefty, Guillen will bat. Graybeck's run rating is an 8. He's got good enough speed. He'll stay on there. He can run. Ken Ryan trying to close this for Boston. A 2-run jack. Not from Guillen. It won't happen. Guillen has no homers versus right-handed pitching. It would have to be from somebody else. But he can hit. Ken Ryan sets up. Graybeck, of course, not stealing. He'll stay put. 1 out. Bottom of the 9th. Here's the pitch from Ryan to Guillen. It's a 5. It's an in play. It's an 11. It's a base hit by Guillen. He has that's going to be a single. Sharp liner into center field. Runner on first advances 2 bases. Guillen holds it first. And the fans here are going crazy. Guillen gets a big single. Can you believe this? The 9th inning in my games are always nuts. Graybeck on at third, Guillen on at first, 1 out, and now the top of the batting order, and the batter is the Rock. A huge error, and now a base hit, and 1 out. And the Red Sox have to play the infield in because Tim Raines is very hard to double up. Actually, I'm sorry, he actually is he's a double up, but I think you play the infield in. Infield in chart is ready. Graybeck with a run rating of 8. Depending on what kind of fly ball hits in the outfield. Ken Ryan needs a strikeout. or a sharp grounder. Runners first and third, 1 out. Tim Raines, the batter. He is 1 for 3. He singled in the first. Here we go. Ken Ryan trying to close it. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. It's a 9. It's an in play. It's an 0-1. It's a base hit. It's a base hit. It's a double by Tim Raines. The question is, does Guillen score? Here's the pull. Double. Deep drive off left field wall. Runners advance 2 bases. Graybeck will score. Guillen goes to third. He has a run rating of 8. It's not 2 outs, so he has to have to make a runners advance 2 bases. His run rating is an 8, and it's off the left field wall, which means Greenwell has it. It's a 7. Guillen will hold it third. He will hold it third. Tie game. The White Sox tie it up in the bottom of the 9th. A huge error. And Tim Raines gets a double. Guillen has to hold it third. Runners advance 2 bases. I will go what the card says. And the fans here are going nuts. A big error and still 1 out with the winning run at third base. Ken Ryan comes in and blows the save. And now the batter is Cora. Joey Cora he is 1 for 4, a single and grounded out 3 times. Cora bats .278 against the righties. An 0-1 on Tim Raines on an in play is a double, and this game is tied. And here's Joey Cora. Cora bats .278 against the righties. They'll let him hit. And they're going to go and Boston. And the problem is you can't walk him because Frank Thomas is the batter after that. You can't walk Joey Cora. But they're going to have to. And they're going to pick their poison. They're going to walk Joey Cora. Intentionally walk him. And they're going to pitch to the big hurt. Pick your poison. Intentional walk to Cora. And here's Frank Thomas, who's done nothing in this game. He's 0 for 4. 2 flyouts, a strikeout, and a ground out. The Red Sox are going to try for the double play. Or do we go infield in? Frank Thomas's double play rating is an 8. Ken Ryan's double play is a 10. I think you go ahead. And go try for the double play. Because if you bring the infield in, Frank Thomas very capable of sending it out of there. Bases loaded, juiced, bottom of the 9th. Red Sox 3, White Sox 3. 1 out. Winning run at third. Ken Ryan. And they're going to keep him in there because Thomas bats even better against left-handed pitching. Here's the windup to Thomas. Here's the pitch. It's a 6. It's a tough. It's a 24. Struck him out. Ken Ryan strikes out Frank Thomas. He goes 0 for 5. You gotta be kidding me. 2 outs. And now it's Julio Franco. Franco is 2 for 4. Doubled and singled, 2 flyouts. He bats .305 against right-handers. Tied at 3. Julio Franco now can be the hero. That's right. Big whiff. Bases still juiced. Now the infield will play normal. 2 outs. Ken Ryan. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch to Franco. It's a 6. It's a tough. It's a 29. He struck him out. We got free baseball. Really? Every one of my games goes at least 2 hours because of stuff like this. We got free baseball. He struck out Franco. Side retired. They leave the bases juiced. 1 run on 2 hits and an error. We go to the 10th, tied at 3. Time friggin' out. Oh no, people. When you watch my games, my beer constantly sells all night long. Don't worry. You don't have to worry about driving, people. Have all the beer you want, Steeler fan. That's right. And save one for me. We go to the top of the 10th inning. We're tied at 3 here between the Red Sox and the White Sox. Jose De Leon will come on and pitch for Chicago. He still has a few batters he can face. He's not fatigued. And leading off for Boston is Mike Greenwell in the top of the 10th inning. I can't get away from these games. Greenwell is 1 for 4. Grounded out 3 times, but hit a double. Yes, I went ahead and made some numbers to the scoreboard. I actually have them. I have them all the way up to 20. I don't think I'll go any higher than that. Although I tell you the truth, I did watch an Appa Bryan game where we had 2 Negro League teams go on. I think it was the Hilldale Daisies and the Newark, and Hilldale destroyed them by a score of 25-1, and that's Appa baseball. So I made enough to go ahead and complete the scoreboard now. It looks a lot nicer. I agree. Thank you for noticing, Steeler fan. So top of the 10th inning, tied at 3. Here's the pitch to Greenwell. It's a 5. That's a tough. That's a 96, and that's a fly ball to right field. Getting under that is going to be Jackson. He makes the catch. 1 out. Here's Mo Vaughn. Is that the reason why you guys like watching my games? Because they're crazy? Try to get a normal game. I can't get a normal game. I had one earlier, I think, this week. The Reds and the Phillies. That was pretty normal, I guess, a couple of nights ago. Here's Mo Vaughn. Mo Vaughn is 0 for 3. Struck out twice, grounded out, and walked. So here's the pitch to Vaughn. That's a 6. That's a patient. That's a 29. Mo Vaughn is going to draw the base on balls. It's a walk. And that will bring up Andre Dawson. Now, Dawson is 1 for 3. Mo Vaughn is not going to steal. And I'm not taking Mo Vaughn out, not with his hitting ability, not lifting him for a pinch runner. Andre Dawson, however, he's the designated hitter. Let's see if Boston's got anybody to help out. Check the bench. And I could bring in Carlos Rodriguez, who bats .278. He's a switch hitter. And he can take over designated hitter. He could do it. I think that's what we're going to do. So Dawson's going to come out. And coming on to pitch for Boston, the bat for Boston, will be Carlos Rodriguez. He'll also take over a designated hitter. Carlos Rodriguez batted .278 with a homer against right-handers in '94. So that's it for the Hawk. Mo Vaughn on at first. 1 out. Top of the 10th, tied at 3. Here's the pitch. That's a 5. It's a tough. It's a 36. And Rodriguez is going to hit one into the outfield. That's going to be a single. It's a grounder up the middle to center field. Runner on first advances 1 base. Vaughn can only stop at second, and he will just do that. Runners at first and second now for Boston. Single for Rodriguez, a pinch hit base hit. I got to admit, it's like every time I bring in a pinch hitter, he seems to make a play. Graybeck got brought in a pinch hit. He got on by an error. Carlos Rodriguez are bringing a pinch hit. He gets a base hit. On a tough, no less, 36. And the batter now will be Tim Nehring with runners at first and second and 1 out. Nehring is 0 for 4. Jose De Leon has not reached fatigue yet. 3 batters away. Here's the pitch from De Leon. It's a 5. That's a tough. It's a 24, and Nehring goes down on strikes. 2 down. Big strikeout by Jose De Leon. And the batter will be Scott Cooper. Please trust me, people. I tell you, these games are always 2 hours long, but I tell you, I try. I just get these games. Cooper is up. He got a big double last time up. He's 2 for 4 with a single and a double, and scored the tying run last time. So top of the 10th, but 2 outs now. Mo Vaughn with a run rating of 6. He will score on a single. A run rating of 6 still brings him in. It's a run rating of 5, you don't know. So Mo Vaughn will score on a base hit. Rodriguez on at first. 2 outs. Here's the pitch from De Leon. It's a 12. It's in play. And that's a 78. That's a 78, and that's a fly ball to center field. Getting under that one is going to be Johnson. He makes the catch. 2 outs. Runners have to hold. Yeah, that's a 78. 2 down. Almost. I was almost thinking of re-rolling it, but it was close enough. 2 down now for John Valentine for Boston. Mo Vaughn, go ahead run at second base. Carlos Rodriguez at first. Jose De Leon. Chicago has the bullpen going. The pitch to Valentine. Valentine is 2 for 3. 2 singles, struck out and walked. Here's the pitch. It's a 7. It's a tough. It's a 61. And that one's a fly ball to right field. Getting under that one is going to be Darren Jackson. He makes the catch. And the Boston Red Sox are stymied again. Each team is scraping out for runs. Bottom of the 10th inning coming up, still tied at 3. That's going to be all for DeLeon, too. He's reached his weakness. So I'll replace him with a pitcher in the next inning if it gets there. Coming on to pitch for Boston will be Paul Quantrill. 1 win, 1 loss, a 3.52 ERA. The problem is, look where that wheelhouse is. It's an 11. And Quantrill will have a batter, can face 7 batters without fatiguing. So 1, 2, 3. So Quantrill, the new batter, the new pitcher for Boston. Here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Leading off for the White Sox is Robin Ventura. Ventura singled his last time up, but he's 1 for 4. Paul Quantrill. Here's the pitch to Ventura. It's an 8. It's an in play. It's a 45. And that is a ground ball right to first. Mo Vaughn will take that one. And he'll tag the bag himself, 1 out. Here's Darren Jackson. Jackson has a double today. He's 1 for 2. He's walked twice. Here's the pitch from Quantrill to Jackson. Who's going to be the hero tonight? 10. It's in play. 63. That's a fly ball to right. Coming under it is Billy Hatcher. He makes the catch. 2 down. And now we have Lance Johnson. Johnson is 0 for 4. He's not done anything at the plate, but he's made spectacular plays in the outfield. He's an excellent fielder. Range of A, error of 5. He's a Gold Glove center fielder out there. Quantrill trying to get this to the 11th. Here's the pitch to Johnson. Can he do something? It's a 7. It's ballpark 36. Oh, it just misses wheelhouse, but it's going to be in play. And the number is a 21. And that's going to be a base hit for Lance Johnson. He gets a single. Oh, was that close? Ballpark, left-handed batter is a 36, and in 1 to 34 for a lefty is wheelhouse. Lance Johnson just missed it. It turns out to be an in play, but a 21 gets him a base hit. Johnson's on it first. That's his first hit of the game. Comiskey Park, as I said, neutral to a bit of a pitcher's park. Johnson holds it first. He's not running. And the batter now is the new catcher, Mike LaValliere, who took over at catcher in the last inning. When I pinch hit at Graybeck, he took over Karkovice's spot. So Mike LaValliere is the new catcher. And LaValliere has bats .276 with a homer against righties. So Lance Johnson on it first. With a run rating of 8, he will score on a double. Two outs. Paul Quantrill trying to get this to the 11th. LaValliere the batter. Right on left. Here's the windup. Can there be a hero here? It's an 8. It's an in play. It's a 56. No, it's a ground ball to third. Coming over for it is Cooper. He gets it. Throws to second. And the inning is over. We got more free baseball. Free baseball. Free baseball here. Get your free baseball. No runs on one hit. We go to the 11th. Still tied at 3. Top of the 11th inning, still tied at 3, and we'll see a new pitcher for the White Sox. Quantrill has not reached didn't reach his point of weakness, so he can still pitch for a little while longer. But the White Sox need to bring in a new pitcher, and it's going to be Kirk McCaskill. See what rating he has. It's going to be so he's going to have 7 batters. So his fatigue rating will be 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's Kirk McCaskill. He'll pitch for the White Sox. 1 win, 4 losses, a 3.42 ERA. As we go to the top of the 11th inning, tied at 3. Leading off for Boston will be Dave Valley. And I'm going to check Boston's bench. Damon Berryhill could take over a catcher, but no. They'll let Valley bat. Even though Valley doesn't have... Valley, however, did get on base the last time. So here's Kirk McCaskill pitching to Dave Valley. I understand, Hammer Time. You'll catch it. Don't worry. This will end one of these years. Always my games. Always my games. Nobody out. Here's the pitch from McCaskill. And that is an 8. That's a tough. It's a 22. Dave Valley goes down on strikes. 1 out. And here's Otis Nixon. Have a good night, Hammer Time. But here's Nixon. Nixon is 1 for 4. Another unbelievable game. This game means more to the White Sox than it does the Red Sox, but Boston really has nothing to lose. Yeah, right? Could be. Here's the pitch. That's a 4. That's a patient. It's a 13, and Otis Nixon is going to get the base on balls. He goes to first. That is a walk. And he can steal. Steal rating is a B. And LaValliere's arm is, I believe, a 2. No, his arm is a 3. So it'll be a B3 attempt to steal. A B3 would be very good. But first I got to see if he gets the jump. So let's see what we get here. Otis Nixon, steal rating a 7. McCaskill holds a 6. A 0 to 60. Otis Nixon takes off. It's a 10. There he goes. He's going to try to steal. Very good. Here's the throw. He is out of there. Wow. Mike LaValliere guns down Otis Nixon at second base. 2 outs. Out across the board on the fact cards. All the way down. Nobody would have gotten that. Not even Ricky Henderson. 2 outs. Caught stealing. And the batter now is Hatcher. Mike LaValliere guns him down. Oh, my. And the fans here are going crazy here at Comiskey. So now here's Billy Hatcher with 2 outs. He's got 2 singles tonight. Here's the pitch to Hatcher. It's a 9. That's a patient, and that's a walk. And now Boston's saying, geez, why'd we try to steal? So Billy Hatcher goes to first on a walk. His steal rating's a 5, but it doesn't come under that, so he will hold. And the batter is Mike Greenwell. Greenwell's doubled in the first inning, and since then, he's done nothing. He's 1 for 5. Dave Little finally made it. Really, Dave? Really, man? Really? You know what? They should not even let you win. I should call security. Security! Dave Little just showed up here at the 11th inning. Security! Hatcher on it first. Greenwell the batter. 2 outs. Kirk McCaskill trying to get this into the bottom of the 11th without giving up a run. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's a 4. It's a patient. It's a 41, and Greenwell is walked. Kirk McCaskill has walked 3 in a row. And now the go-ahead run's at second. How big is that caught stealing now? Yeah, you know what? I believe it. I believe it. Security went home in the 8th. How big is that caught stealing now? The bases would be loaded with 1 out. Instead, it's runners at first and second with 2 outs, and the batter is Mo Vaughn. They're going to go talk to McCaskill real quick. And there's not going to be a pitching change. It doesn't matter who pitches to Vaughn. He bats .310 against either arm. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. Mo Vaughn, the batter. Kirk McCaskill trying to get to the bottom of the 11th. Fans here in Chicago want a big play. Here's the windup. The pitch to Vaughn. It's a 3. It's defense. 92. It'll be fine. At ball, it's an error chance to shortstop Ozzie Guillen. It's an error chance, but his error chance is a 2. His error rating's a 2, but with a 92, he will get it. Great play by Ozzie Guillen. He saves a run, throws to second, covering, and the White Sox get out of it. What a play by Ozzie Guillen. Another web gem. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, 3 walks, a caught stealing. And that is it. We go to the bottom of the 11th, still tied at 3. You know, I just started doing this kind of stuff. I might have to quit. I'm going to be getting heart attacks doing these games. Bottom half of the 11th inning. Here comes Paul Quantrill, and he can pitch to 3 pitchers before reaching fatigue. Leading off for the White Sox will be Ozzie Guillen. Guillen hit a single his last time up, but he's 1 for 4. Paul Quantrill trying to get this to the 12th now. Here's the pitch. That's a 6. It's a tough. It's a 64, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Valentine's got it. Throws to first. 1 out. And the batter is Tim Raines. Raines doubled his last time up. He is 2 for 4. A single, a double. But Tim Raines very capable of ending it with one swing. One out here, bottom of the 11th. Here's the pitch from Quantrill. That's a 7. That's ballpark, 78, but that's going to be in play. It's a 95, and that's a fly ball to left field. Coming under that one will be Greenwell. Sits there, has himself a sandwich, and then makes the catch. 2 outs. The batter now is Cora. Quantrill's reached his weakness, but with this batter, after this, he'll be fatigued after the next base runner. 2 outs now. Cora, the batter. He is 1 for 4. 1 for 3. 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to Joey Cora. And it's a 6. It's a tough. It's an 11, and it's a strikeout. Side retired. More baseball coming up. Nothing doing for the White Sox at the end of 11. It's still a 3-3 tie. We go to the top of the 12th inning, tied at 3. Kirk McCaskill comes out for the White Sox. He's got 2 batters left in his fatigue. Then after that, the first base runner will fatigue him. They'll keep him out there. And leading off for the Boston Red Sox will be the replacement DH, Carlos Rodriguez, who came in on pinch hit, base hit. Now he's the DH for the rest of the game, at least for now, the rest of the game. Top of the 12th, tied at 3. Rodriguez, the batter. Here's the pitch from McCaskill. It's a 9. It's a patience, a 14. Rodriguez will draw ball 4. Base runners are going on, but they are not scoring. But Rodriguez gets on base for the second time. The batter will be Tim Nehring. Rodriguez has got a steal rating of 3B. He will not run. Nehring's a good bunter. He could butt him over. We could see a sacrifice here, but 11 to 12 shows up for Nehring, so it's not there. So he will swing away. Neither pitcher has a wild pitch rating, so the 30 I don't have to worry about, at least for now. Rodriguez on it first. Nehring the batter. Here's the pitch from McCaskill. It's a 3. It's a defense. 25. It's a range check to the shortstop. It's hit to Guillen. His range is an F. He will not get there. That's going to be a base hit. And that's going to be a single 2-star. So Rodriguez around sucking and will go to third. On a 2-base single by Tim Nehring. To shortstop, single 2-star. And nobody out for the Red Sox. And again, White Sox are in trouble. A big base hit by Nehring, as Guillen couldn't get to that one. Nobody out. The batter is Cooper. The infield is in. Cooper has singled and doubled. He is 2 for 5. Infield in. And I'll get the chart ready so I can look at it in case a grounder is hit. Nobody out. Top of the 12th, tied at 3. Here's the pitch from and And before, yeah, he's now reached his fatigue. So the next base runner, and that's not, I'm not going to roll. They're going to take McCaskill out. I think he got to here. Or does it matter? Yeah, it does. They're going to take out Kirk McCaskill. So he will come out. Scott Cooper bats .318 against righties, but .194 against lefties. So they're going to bring in, the White Sox will bring in Dennis Cook. I have a fatigue rating of 8. So Dennis Cook will come in and will pitch. 3 wins, 1 loss, a 3.55 ERA. Now, Scott Cooper is the third baseman. Do you bring somebody in for the Red Sox to try? Got to play a little chess here. The answer is no, because you don't have anybody else at third base. Although I wonder if I can move anybody. No, I don't. Well, I could move Rodriguez to third. And then Scott Cooper. Because Carlos Rodriguez could take over. He could play third base if necessary. So can Nehring. They're going to bring in a pinch hitter. Cooper is going to be done for the game. Got to play a little chess. So Cooper's done. And to go up against a lefty is going to be Damon Berryhill. So Berryhill pinch hits for Cooper, which means Berryhill could take over at designated hitter and Carlos Rodriguez can move to third. So nobody out, runners at the corners. Infield is in. Berryhill bats .364 with 2 homers against lefties. So now we go. Infield in. Here's the pitch from Cook. And that is an 8. That's a tough. It's a 95. And that's a fly ball to left field. Raines has got it. Berryhill is out. 1 out. Rodriguez's run rating is a 6. Let's see what kind of fly ball it was. It was a deep fly. Runner on third base with a run rating of 7 or more scores. Runner on third base, run rating of 6 or less may attempt to score using the coach's choice chart. So Rodriguez's run rating is a 6. Raines is an arm of 8. So, and Berryhill's already out. And there's 1 out. Do we send Rodriguez with a run rating of 6? And you have to use the coach's choice chart. I think you hold him. Hold the runner. Okay, thank you, Dave. Runner holds, 1 out. Carlos Rodriguez will hold at third. Not that I know of. I never heard of you can just switch. Damon Berryhill just takes over a designated hitter, and I can move a batter to third base from the DH position. I don't think that was possible. I've never heard of a rule that says you couldn't do that. And the pitcher has to bat. But Damon Berryhill can take over a designated hitter, and I can move Carlos Rodriguez to third. Somebody check the rule on that for me. If that is, then I'll have to make a change. I'll make a change. Either way, 1 out. Carlos Rodriguez still on at third base. And here's John Valentin, and the infield is still in. Valentin's double play rating is a 5. He does not ground into many double plays. I'll have to check that rule, but I think it's possible. I don't see why you can't move a DH to play a position in the field. But it might be wrong. I could be wrong. If not, I'll make a change. I'll get it. I'll fix it. No problem. 1 out though. John Valentine, the batter. He is gotten 2 singles tonight. Top of the 12th inning. Can anybody get this run in? Here's the pitch from Cook. It's a ballpark. It's a 63. It's going to be in play. And the number is a 62. And that is a fly ball to right field. This one's caught by Jackson. His arm rating is an 8. 2 outs. Let's see what kind of a fly ball this is. That's a short fly ball. That's a short fly. Outfielder catches a short fly ball, runners hold. If game is tied with a run, runner on third base may attempt to score with an additional -2. Rodriguez would have to have a 4 to get in. He's going to hold. Pitcher bats if DH goes into field. Okay. Then in that case, I'll make a change here somehow. But 2 outs. Carlos Rodriguez does not score. Not deep enough. A ballpark. Dennis Cook getting away with it. And now the batter is Dave Valley. So I'll make a different move here. I'll think of something else. But 2 outs. Dave Valley, the batter now, with runners still at the corners. Unbelievable. Runners at first and third, nobody out, and Boston can't get the run in. Top of the 12th. Here's the pitch to Valley from Cook. It's a 6. It's a 74. Base hit, Dave Valley. He did it. No, I'm sorry. Wrong. It's against the lefty. Wrong. It's a fly ball to center field. They're looking at the right-handed pitcher. Cook's a lefty. Fly ball center field. Coming under it is Johnson. Makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 12th. Oh, my. I can't believe it. I looked. It's a left-handed pitcher. Dave Valley. On a 74 against righties, he gets a base hit. But against lefties, after 35, he's out of there. Oh, my. The Boston Red Sox can't get the run in. And the fans here are going nuts. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 12th. Still tied at 3. And Dennis Cook actually reached his fatigue level, but he didn't allow another base runner after that. So he's done, as I'll have to replace him if it goes to the 13th. And Paul Quantrill's going to come out as well because he reaches fatigue level. So he's going to be done. The batter now pitching for Boston will be Chris Howard. He comes in. He's a lefty. 1 win, no losses, a 3.63 ERA. Here's Chris Howard. He will have 8 batters he can face. So Chris Howard will come on and pitch for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 12th. But guess who's leading off? Does my prophecy come true here? Frank Thomas, 0 for 5. Thomas belts 385 and 12 homers against lefties. It doesn't really matter who's on there. Frank Thomas sends balls over the wall no matter who's on the mound. Bottom of the 12th inning, Frank Thomas. Fans know if one guy can end this game, it's him. He's 0 for 5, flew out twice, struck out twice, and grounded out. Chris Howard looks at Thomas. Maybe you intentionally walk him and pitch. Nah, you don't put the winning run on base. If Frank Thomas beats you, he beats you. Here's the pitch to Howard from Howard. It's a 7. It's in play, 95, and it's a fly ball to left field. Greenwell's going to get under it. He will make the catch. Frank Thomas is 0 for 6. Oh, my God. What a bad night for him. Frank Thomas obviously didn't eat his Wheaties. Here's Julio Franco. Franco, however, is 2 for 5. Franco's also capable of ending it. He bats .364 against the lefties. Here's the pitch from Howard. That's in play. It's boxcars, but it's in play, 85. And that one's a ground ball to short. Valentine's got it. He throws to first. 2 outs. Does anybody want to win this game? Here's Robin Ventura. Ventura is 1 for 5. He bats .270 versus the lefties. Here's the pitch. That's a 4. That's ballpark. 37. That's in play. It's a 00, which means it's a rare play. So I go to the rare play chart with bases empty. It's a 7 defense. Reroll all dice and refer to defense chart. Player with an 8. Okay, so actually, all right, no. So actually, no. Okay, so actually, what I just do is I just go here, refer to defense charts. Let's see. It's a range play to third base. So I just draw another card. Player with an A range or 5E rating makes highlight catch. So it's going to hit the third base. And that's Cooper. His range, no, third base was Nehring because I had to move him. So Nehring at third base. His range is a D3. He will not make the play. Robin Ventura has a base hit. So a single for Ventura as he gets on with a 2-out single. As Nehring couldn't make the play. So the winning run at first base, and here's Darren Jackson. Anybody's on second. Well, we're not using that rule. Most extra innings start with a runner on second base. That is such I can only imagine asking Babe Ruth or any player from the old days and asking, "Hey, do you know when the extra innings we now start? You now start with a runner on second base." I can only imagine what he would say. 2 outs. Darren Jackson, the batter now. Robin Ventura on it first, not running. They're going to have to let Jackson hit it. 2 outs. Bottom of the 12th, tied at 3. Here's the pitch from Howard. It's an 8. That's in play, but it's an 80, and that's a fly ball to center field. Nixon's going to get under that. He's going to make the catch, and we got more free baseball. "12 innings in the books. Still a 3-3 tie. It's a good thing I made lots of numbers Top of the 13th inning, tied at 3. And I gotta reshuffle here. Yes, that's really a new rule, Double D. Runner on second in extra innings. Only for this season. They really wanted to do that permanently, and everybody said, you got to be kidding me. Coming on to pitch for the Chicago White Sox will be Paul Ossenmacher. He can pitch to 3 minus 1 2. He can pitch to 8 batters. Top of the 13th inning, Paul Ossenmacher. 1 win, 2 losses, a 3.55 ERA. Lucky 13, right? Tied at 3 in another epic game. The top of the batting order for Boston is Otis Nixon. Nixon has 1 base hit today, but that caught stealing really hurt the last time. Let's see if we learned anything from it. Ossenmacher will pitch to Nixon. He bats .231 against the lefties. It's a wheelhouse 15. Pow! And it's going to be a base hit for Otis Nixon. He does not have any home runs, but he gets a single. Otis Nixon has a leadoff base hit. He'll hold it first. And no, he's not running this time. He's got great speed. He'll hold it first base on a single by Nixon, and the batter will be Billy Hatcher. Normally I'd send him, but he got caught stealing the last time. Nixon on it first, Hatcher the batter. Hatcher has 2 singles today. Here's the pitch. It's a 7. That's a tough. It's a 41. And Billy Hatcher is going to ground ball to third. His double play rating is a 6. Ossenmacher's DP is a 10. It's a 7. The only play is to second base, 1 out. Hatcher gets to first on a fielder's choice. And the batter is Mike Greenwell. Is anybody really going to watch this thing for 2.5 hours? Jeez. No way. Hatcher on it first. 1 out now. Ossenmacher trying to get this in the bottom of 13th without giving up any runs. Here's the pitch to Greenwell. Greenwell is got a double in his first inning. He's done nothing since then. It's a 10. It's a patience, a 14. And Greenwell boots 1 into the outfield. It's going to be a double. It's a 13 to 18 against left field. Greenwell got a double. Let's see what it is. It's a line driver to the alley, center field, but runners advance 2 bases. Hatcher has to hold at third. With 1 out. Runners advance 2 bases. Hatcher holds at third on a line drive, so it was hit hard, bounced off the wall. Runners at second and third, but 1 out, as Hatcher can't score. Wow. Even the fact deck is not helping Boston out. That could have been an all-runner score. You've been trapped here. I know, right? Here's Mo Vaughn. Mo Vaughn, he has done nothing today, too. He's been exactly like Frank Thomas. Mouse in your house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can't get the game over no matter what I do. Mo Vaughn, the batter, runners at second and third with one out. Do you walk him and pitch to the new second baseman, which was Scott Fletcher, who took over for Nehring, as Damon Berryhill became the new DH? No intentional walks. Yeah, I know, but Fletcher is a less threat. And Billy Hatcher's got great runs. Now I gotta play it right. They're gonna intentionally walk Mo Vaughn. They're gonna load the bases with one out. And the new designated hitter actually is Scott Fletcher. And he bats 206 against a lefty. So bases loaded, one out. Fletcher, the batter. Fletcher has a double play rating of 9. Ossenmacher's a 10. So, yeah, you go ahead. You play for the double play. A grounder will get him out of this inning. Playing for the double play. Since Fletcher grounds out in a DP. So, one out. Bases loaded. Chicago White Sox trying to get out of this here in the top of the 13th, tied at 3. The pitch from Ossenmacher. Here's the pitch. And that's a fouled away, strike one. Do it again. Fletcher got it, just popped it out into the stands. A souvenir for the fans here at Comiskey. Here's the pitch again. We'll do it again. That's a 10. It's a patient. It's a 50. And that's going to be a ground ball to third base. But it's a 10. It's a 10. They will not get the double play. Billy Hatcher, I believe, scores on that. Yes, it's a 10. Billy Hatcher will score. They can only get the one out at second. It's a fielder's choice. Hatcher scores 4-3 Boston. If it was a 9, they would have got it, but a 10 is higher than Fletcher. Scott Fletcher's double play rating is a 9, and the roll is a 10. Are you kidding me? Greenwell gets the third. Vaughn is out, and Fletcher's on at first now with 2 outs. You gotta be kidding. A 9 double play rating and a 10 shows up. Paul Ossenmacher's double play rating's a 10, but it's higher than the other, and that's a fielder's choice. And it is now 4-3 Red Sox in the top of the 13th inning. I know you never assume the double play, but a 9 and a 10 was a good chance. It doesn't really get any higher than that. And no, it's not a force out at the plate. Because on a ground out, if dice total is equal or less than each player's double play rating, if no runner on, here's the rule for this. Okay, so runner on. Okay, if runner on first base, compare 2d6 total to batter and pitcher's double play rating. If dice total is equal or less than each player's double play rating, runner on first out at second base, batter out at first. Other runners advance 1 base. If 2d6 total is higher than either player's double plays rating, runner on first base is out at second base, batter is safe at first, other runners advance one base. If the infield was in and that was a 10, that would have been a base hit. Because a 10 is rolled, ball sneaks past drawn in infield, batter safe, runners advance one base. Because on a ground result, you use the dice. That would have been a base hit if it was infield in. Instead, it's 2 outs and 4-3 instead of 1 out and maybe 4-3 still, but 1 out. So 2 outs now, runners at first and third, but now a 4-3 Red Sox lead. And the batter is Tim Nehring. Nehring singled his last time up. With 2 outs now. Runners at first and third. Here's the pitch to Nehring. It's a 9. It's a patient. It's a 98, and that's going to be a fly ball to left field. Getting under that one will be the Rock. Raines makes the catch, and the inning is over. But the Red Sox score 1 run on 2 hits. We go to the bottom of the 13th. Red Sox 4, White Sox 3. Can you believe it? That's right. It's a low percentage shot because you're playing for the double play. The infield is back. It's in double play depth. And with the runner and his rating was Billy Hatcher's run rating is an 8. It would have been very close if I tried throwing home. I could have tried. I think I probably could have done it. But it wouldn't have mattered. So we go to the bottom of the 13th inning. And Chris Howard will remain the Boston pitcher to try to get the save. He has one. He had one in 1994. Bottom of the 13th. Red Sox 4, White Sox 3. And leading off for Chicago will be Lance Johnson. Johnson got a base hit his last time up. Boston has the bullpen ready, but they're running out of pitchers. But Chris Howard can go at least 4 batters without worrying about fatigue yet. So here's the pitch to Johnson. It's a 5. It's a patient. It's a 69, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Coming up with it is Valentine. Throws to first, 1 out, and that is a huge out. And the batter will be Mike LaValliere, who came in at catcher when Graybeck pinch hit for Karkovice. 1 out. Here's the pitch to LaValliere. It's a 4. It's a ballpark 98. It's going to be in play. It's a 99. It won't matter. Fly ball to right field. Getting under it is Hatcher. He will make the catch. 2 outs. The last chance for the White Sox is Ozzie Guillen. Against lefties, he can hit the homer. And just to be fair to Chicago, I'll check the bench to see if I can bring anybody else, but I think I'm out of players. There is Warren Newson, who only had 5 at-bats against lefties. Nah, not this. No. Guillen's going to bat. 2 outs. Bottom of the 13th. Chris Howard trying to get, actually won't be a save, it'd be a win. Trying to get the win is Howard. Guillen at the plate, lefty on lefty. 2 outs, bottom of the 13th. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. It's an in play. It's a 47, and it's a pumped it up. He pops it up. Coming over for it is Valentine. He pumps his fist. The ball falls in his glove, and the ball game is done. And so am I. No runs, no hits, no errors in the 13th. For the Boston Red Sox, 4 runs, 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 runs on 10 hits. They got 1 error. For the White Sox, 3 runs, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 3 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Chris Howard gets the win. Paul Ossenmacher takes the loss. And that's the ball game in 13 innings as the Boston Red Sox give the White Sox a tough loss tonight. 4-3 final in 13. Guys, I'm glad you enjoyed this one, but I'll tell you right now, if anybody turns this game on to watch it and actually listens to the entire 2 hours, 48 minutes, you got to be kidding me. I mean, I tell you, everybody else gets their games done in less than an hour. Why do my games take 3 hours to play? Maybe because of the announcing. Maybe I should just go ahead and just roll dice, say, okay, base hit, runner on first. Base hit, base hit, base hit, base hit, base hit, base hit. Sorry, Tony, you missed it. It's over. Yes, it's over. Look at how long this was. The Red Sox win it in 13, 4-3. Guys, it was great. For those of you who stayed here, I hope you enjoyed your beer. Please drive home safely. And for those of you who are actually who are watching this right now to see what happened, it was fun. And someone tell Al Red Sox fan his Red Sox won in a game. Make sure Al Red Sox fan is told about this game. He needs to watch it. That's it here from Comiskey Park. Boston gets a big win over Chicago, gives the White Sox a tough loss, and the White Sox lose some ground. Or actually don't lose any ground, but they can't gain any more games on Cleveland in the American League Central. Mouse in the house, Cards and Dice, Steeler fan, Dave Little, everybody, Tribe fan, Double D. Thank you all for joining me. Final score here in 13 innings. Red Sox 4, White Sox 3. Tomorrow night's game, the Montreal Expos versus the Houston Astros at the Astrodome. See you guys tomorrow, guys. Good night.